my first real disappointment at work. I was a young woman working in a busy bookstore. When my manager suddenly quit, I kept with the day-to-day operations, opening and closing, bank runs, placing textbook orders, and reconciling customer complaints, all during the busiest season of the year, only to find out I wasn't even considered for the manager position. Somehow, I wasn't qualified enough to be promoted, yet I was qualified enough to train the new manager. I chalked it up to being young and I kept it pushing. Until years later, in a different job, the exact same thing happened. Only this time, I wasn't young. I was seasoned, confident, and without question, qualified. I was carrying the load of being manager without the title. I was staying late, coming in early, handling managerial tasks, anything I could to prove my worthiness. Still, no consideration. And once again, I was asked to train the new hire. Someone with no industry knowledge and far less management experience. I felt used, unappreciated, and undervalued. Thinking back made me realize that those moments were signs of a deeper problem, one too many black women still face today, and that's when it hits me. It's time to reimagine the face of leadership. Black women are being promoted to leadership positions at an alarmingly lower rate than others. When we look at corporate America, we find that for every 100 men promoted, only 58 black women are promoted, even though black women request promotions at exactly the same rate. Even in my career as a realtor, there's a substantial difference. The National Association of Realtors found that black agents earn only 1/3 of what our white colleagues earn. And another study showed that 73% of those black agents are women. Same license, same requirements, different rewards. A study by Lean In and McKinsey and Company said it best. Women are having a worse experience than men. Women of color are having a worse experience than white women. And black women in particular are having the worst experience of all. And it's not because we lack skill or ambition, but because our leadership is often unseen, underestimated, and undervalued. And the gap doesn't stop with promotions. It shows up in everyday double standards we deal with as black women in leadership. See, men can speak up, and they're called confident. But when we do it, we're advised that maybe we should watch our tone. Men, they set boundaries and they're seen as strong. But when we do it, we're seen as difficult. So we're not just doing our job, we're also managing how people perceive us. And that's where the microaggressions come in. Things like being talked over, having our ideas ignored or stolen, or being expected to solve everybody's problem because we're strong enough to handle it. And when we don't get the support we need, all that pressure builds up. And then comes burnout. Showing up as constant tiredness, pushing ourselves even when we're drained, or carrying stress in our bodies that cause real life illness in black women. This doesn't mean we're weak though. It means that we're carrying the weight in systems that weren't built with our image in mind. So here's something we don't talk about enough. What happens when black women leave? Oprah Winfrey. She became the first black woman to own and produce her own internationally syndicated talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show. You remember, you get a car, you get a car. This ran for 25 years. She built a $1 million brand and founded the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy in South Africa. Ursula Barnes. She's recently been in the news because she made history as the first black woman to lead a Fortune 500 company when she became the CEO of Xerox. Starting as an engineering intern, she climbed the ranks and she led the company through major technological transitions. Shonda Rhimes, we all know the powerhouse behind our favorites, Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder. She became the first woman to create 3 hit running shows on the same network at the same time. And then there's me, Levetta Armstrong, previously ranked top 10 in a prominent real estate brokerage, voted top under 40 from her Mississippi Association, and is currently owning and running one of only 3 Black-owned real estate brokerages in the city, and she is a leadership development trainer and coach. So you see, the issue has nothing to do with our ability to lead, but everything to do with how we're received as leaders. So where are we now, and how can you be a part of the solution? Women's representation has increased across the pipeline over the last decade, but Black women are still significantly underrepresented in leadership. We must stop expecting Black women to lead like machines and start supporting them as leaders. And here's what that looks like. Move from mentorship to sponsorship. Yes, advice is helpful, but access is transformative. Check the double standard in your own mind. Ask yourself, would this behavior be a problem if someone else did it? Share the way. Don't just admire our strength. Black women shouldn't have to be superheroes to be respected. And believe our story the first time. Black women shouldn't have to bring evidence, data, receipts to be believed. Trust that what we say we live, we live. Reimagining the face of leadership starts with seeing Black women as the leaders we already are. When our voices are trusted and our talent is supported, leadership doesn't just shift, it strengthens. And that's a future we can all look forward to. Thank you.